The Wolverine Sports Network is on the air.
He's going to keep the football. Drive for the goal line. It's a touchdown! The Wolverines have won it on the final play of the game. Touchdown East. A Wolverine walk-off winner.
Ostrowski, the righty, winds and deals. Strike three! It's a perfect game! Tate Ostrowski has thrown a perfect game for the Wolverines.
Piper back to throw. Has time. Looking for the end zone, and what is it called? Touchdown! It is a touchdown for the Wolverines with 7 seconds to play.
Grove City has won the President's Athletic Conference Championship. Grove City wins the PAC. The Cinderella story is alive.
Piper takes the snap. Looking to throw. Fires downfield. Frazier made the catch and scored the touchdown to win it for the Wolverines.
And we are live this afternoon at College Field along East Pine Street at the intersection with South Harvard. It is a President's Athletic Conference softball doubleheader. Today, the Grove City College softball team hosts Allegheny in a twin bill starting at the top of the hour. Hi, everybody. Ryan Briggs with you on a very cloudy, very windy, and potentially wet Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday evening. Temperature in the low 70s here. The wind is blowing straight in today. A good day to be a pitcher here at College Field, which is traditionally a pitcher's park anyway, with a deeper outfield fence. But today, Grove City at 4-1 in the PAC hosts Allegheny. The Gators 4-12 overall, 1-5 in the PAC. But an Allegheny team that has been playing a lot of people tough, and a team certainly that would love to get back into the PAC race with a win or two today over Grove City. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will take a look at the pitching matchup. We'll have the lineups and more. Grove City and Allegheny, Game 1, coming up at the top of the hour on the home of the Wolverines.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day. And it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to College Field. Ryan with you on the Tuesday, the final day of March. We flip the calendar to April tomorrow. But before we wrap up March, we're going to play 2 softball games today, Grove City and Allegheny. The pitching matchup in this one, it will be a pair of juniors in the circle. For Grove City, it will be Abigail Metters, the Warren, Ohio product, champion high school. Metters comes in 6-1 overall, a league low 0.86 earned run average. This will be her 8th start and 49 innings on the season for her. And allowed 38 hits, 39 strikeouts, and 15 walks. So thank you, Coach. Sure can. That's okay. Head coach Beth Curtis making sure we have the right lineup. So making sure her first-year assistant coach gave us the right card. So, but we'll get you those lineups here in a minute. But so it's Abigail Metters for Grove City. As we said, 6-1 ERA of 0.86, 39 strikeouts in 49 innings. And one other thing to keep in mind today is that Metters right now is 5 strikeouts away from tying Lauren Pinnell for the school record. Metters 297 career strikeouts. Lauren Pinnell, who played here from 2008 to 2011, 302 strikeouts, so she'll tie with 5 and break the record with 6. Of course, Lauren Pinnell was a real workhorse for the Wolverines throughout her career back in the late 2000s and early teens. Speaking of workhorses, we'll see Allegheny's workhorse in the circle in Game 1. It's Madison Hulse, the junior from San Diego. She's 4-3, ERA of 3.07. She is making her 8th start of the season. She's also pitched 5 times in relief. She's second in the PAC in innings pitched, 57 innings, 61 hits allowed, 32 strikeouts, and 20 walks. So it'll be Hulse in the circle for Allegheny. She's 4-3, but the others who have pitched for Allegheny this year have yet to register a win. But Hulse certainly the ace of this Allegheny staff, and she will be a handful for the Grove City lineup. We'll get you the starting lineups after this quick break here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy. Check your oil, check your fluids, and get you clean. Fast, friendly service for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Wiper blades or filters, check your tire pressure. Locally owned, nationally loved.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Fall. Leaves are changing. Why not get a jump start on the season and get the oil changed in your vehicle? We have your grade of Valvoline oil regardless of your gas or diesel engine. We stock most air filters and windshield wiper blades. So don't forget, we offer 2 automatic car washes along with 2 self-serve bays. Stop by to have your car run and look great. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
Welcome back to College Field. Time now for today's starting lineups, and they are brought to you, as always, by Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash in Grove City. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you go there for the experience. Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash, North Broad Street at the intersection with Lincoln Avenue here in Grove City Borough. The lineup for Allegheny, leading off will be the left fielder, Abby Robinson. Samantha Phillips in center field bats second. Elena Sharp at third base will hit third. Jayla Jones, the cleanup hitter, will play right field. Morgan Kinney at first base will bat fifth. Avery McGee is a designated player in Game 1. She will bat sixth. Lauren Felino will bat seventh and catch. Rachel Seneca at shortstop hits eighth. Maisie Post, the second baseman, will bat ninth. And in the circle and in the flex position, it's the pitcher, Madison Hulse. For Allegheny, Robinson, Phillips, Sharp, Jones, Kinney, McGee, Felino, Seneca, and Post. For Grove City, Wolverines will have Evelyn Montone leading off in left field. Noelle Anthony will bat second and play center field. Batting third is Olivia Lancey at second base. Abigail Metters will pitch and bat cleanup. Cora Myers is the DP. She's in the number 5 spot. At third base, it's Sydney Shea. She will hit sixth. Kristen Tesh will catch and bat seventh. Sydney McBride, the right fielder, hits eighth. Alexis Jackson will play first base and bat ninth. And at shortstop in the flex position is Abby Stauffer. Montone, Anthony, Lancey. Metters, Myers, Shea, Tesh, McBride, and Jackson. The umpires for Game 1. It's James Hoby behind the plate. Shannon Hawk in the field. We'll take one final break and come back with the first pitch. Grove City and Allegheny. Game 1 comes up next on the home of the Wolverines.
Founded in 1955, the President's Athletic Conference is regarded as one of the elite NCAA Division III conferences in the nation. Comprised of 12 private institutions and one associate member, the PAC thrives in athletics and academics. Now sponsoring 24 varsity sports, the PAC remains unique in this day of high-pressure college athletics, with academics at the core of every program. With over 300 academic All-Americans and over 1,400 academic honor roll recipients with a 3.6 GPA or higher in the past year alone, our student-athletes excel in athletics as well as the classroom. Want to learn more? Visit us at pacathletics.org or follow us on social media.
We are back here at College Field. Glad you could join us today. We're going to get started a few minutes early. Scheduled first pitch 3 o'clock, but with weather looming in the forecast and weather not conducive to playing softball, if you're able to buy yourself an extra 7 or 8 minutes, could be the difference between finishing or not finishing. Of course, Grove City already with one game yet to be completed. That's the game with Teal, and the plan is to finish that one next Monday, April 6th, here at College Field starting at 3 o'clock. That game 1-0, Teal leading. It's game 2 of the doubleheader, getting ready to start the top of the third. So that's the latest update there. But again, the weather later this week and so forth affecting both teams potentially. That could get moved as well for other makeup purposes. Abigail Metters concludes her warm-up tosses. It's a full slate of action in the PAC today in softball. There's also some baseball sprinkled in. We'll keep you up to date on all of them as the day goes on. Grove City's in the red jerseys with black numerals, white lettering, white and black trim, black pants, red socks. Allegheny in the slate-colored jerseys, white numerals outlined in navy, navy lettering, navy and white trim. Abigail Metters facing Abby Robinson, and the first pitch is a strike, and we are underway at College Field. Game 1 of 2 today between these longtime Western Pennsylvania rivals. Robinson hitting .347 this year, no home runs, and 4 runs batted in. This one rolled left side to Sydney Shea. She'll gun it over to first to Alexis Jackson for out number 1. Well, 1 away, and that will bring up Samantha Phillips, the center fielder. Phillips hitting .269 this year, no home runs, and 9 runs batted in. Right-hand batter. First pitch from Metters on the way, and that misses away for ball 1. Grove City defense, it is Kristen Tesh doing the catching for Metters. Alexis Jackson at first, Olivia Lancey at second, Sydney Shea at third, Abby Stauffer at short. Metters 1-0. Catches the outside corner, count now 1-1. Evelyn Montone in left, the center fielder is Noelle Anthony, and in right it is Sydney McBride. Metters 1-1 on the way, high 2-1. Wind has died down a bit, but the wind we've had has been blowing straight in today. 2-1, driven out towards right. McBride on the run and makes the waist-high catch. That was sinking fast, but McBride bobbled it a little bit, was able to corral it for out number 2. Nice job by McBride to hang in there and make the catch for the second out. That brings up the number 3 batter, Elena Sharp, the Allegheny third baseman. Sharp on the season hitting .385, no home runs, and 8 runs batted in. Metters' first pitch, wave and a miss. And it's 0-1. Just as we said, the wind had died down. It is picking up again. 0-1, pop foul first base side. Does Jackson have room? She does not. Lands out of play, and it is now 0-2 on Sharp. Grove City will have Evelyn Montone, Noelle Anthony, and Olivia Lancey due in the the bottom of the first. 0-2 misses away. Thank you very much. The stat sheet was almost a casualty of the wind. Metters Looking at the wristband on the left arm, the 1-2. Chopper back to the circle. Metters guns it over to first in time, and it is a very tidy 1-2-3 inning for Abigail Metters. For Allegheny, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Through a half inning at College Field, it's Allegheny 0, Grove City coming to bat on the Wolverine Sports Network.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Montone will off the bottom. Tone against Madison Holtz. Holtz, 4-3 record here. Facing Montone, hitting .413, no home runs, 6 runs batted in. And the righty from San Diego sends her first pitch in low for a ball. And the bottom of the first is underway. Third baseman Sharp in front of the bag, close to the line. Kinney likewise at first. The 1-0 misses low. It's now 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Hulse looks at the band on the left forearm, the 2-0. Strike at the knees, 2-1 now on Montone. Montone leads the team with a .481 on base percentage this year. Also team leading 8 steals. Something to keep in mind. We'll talk about the stolen bases in a moment. 2-1. Bouncer left side. Grabbed by the shortstop Seneca. Throws over to first in time. 1 away in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Noel Anthony. Anthony hitting .353 this year. No home runs and 7 runs batted in. In terms of steals, Allegheny opponents are 44-44 in steals this year. See if that's something the Wolverines can take advantage of as the afternoon goes on. Grove City doesn't steal a lot, just 18 steals in 21 attempts through 15 completed games. First pitch to Anthony is low for a ball, 1-0. Sharp creeping in from third. 1-0 strike at the knees, 1-1. The Allegheny defense, Felino doing the catching. Kinney at first, Post at second, Sharp at third, Seneca at short, outfield left to right, Robinson, Phillips, and Jones. And Madison Holtz in the center of the diamond, her 1-1 forthcoming. And that one inside. Gets Anthony twisting out of the way. 2-1 to the Clarion High School product. Two-one misses a bit high, and now 3-1 on Anthony with Olivia Lancey, who is leading the Wolverines in batting average, waiting on deck. Hulse 20 walks in 57 1/3 innings this year. 3-1's a fister back towards the rubber. Knocked down by Hulse. Guns over to first in time for out number 2. 2 away for Olivia Lancey, hitting .444 this year. No home runs, 12 runs batted in. Leads the PAC with 9 doubles. Lancey this year, 20 hits. She's 20 of 45, 11 extra base hits. 9 singles, so more extra base hits than singles this year. Only lefty batter in the Grove City lineup. First pitch is high. Ball 1 to Olivia Lancey. Lancey likely to be in the circle in game 2 for the Wolverines. Toes on the inside chalk line. Hulse gets the sign. 1-0 foul over the Grove City dugout on the third base side. And the count now even at a ball and a strike on Lancey. Lancey, the sophomore from Avonworth. One fouled straight back. It's now 1-2. Hulse with 32 strikeouts and the 20 walks. So there are a lot of balls in play against her, but she has a good defense behind her. Going to be pitched to contact, whether it's baseball or softball. You need those behind you to flash the leather. 1-2 misses away. Catcher Felino set up well off the plate. Hulse hit the target, but it's 2-2 on Lancey. Lancey up towards the front of the box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, bottom 1. Lancey drives this one out to left. Right there is Robinson to make the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Madison Hulse. Zeros across for Grove City. We've played 1 in game 1 at College Field. Grove City and Allegheny scoreless on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Hey, is that a faucet running?
Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest.
It is?
Yeah, forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink. The water comes straight from the forest to us. In fact...
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
How do trees clean the air?
They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yep, but the forest does more than give us clean air and water. It gives us shade for hot days, birds to listen to, and trees to climb.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Jayla Jones will lead off for Allegheny to start the top of the second, scoreless. And Abigail Metter's first pitch misses away for ball 1-0. We're in the top of the a little bit of a we'll spit that out. Count is 2-0. For some reason, the inning is not displaying on our score bug. It's been showing up intermittently. We're in the second. And we'd put a man automatic when shows up. Then we'd have double. The count is 2-0. Miss by Jones. Jones hitting .412 this year. No home runs, 11 runs batted in. Leads the team with 21 hits and 11 runs batted in. Freshman from Avonworth. 2-1 on the way. Foul on the first base side over the Allegheny dugout. And it's now 2-2. Outfield straightaway, normal depth. Metters gets the sign from Tesh. This one line to right. It's going to get down for a base hit. So the first hit of the afternoon is a solid single to right by Jayla Jones. She's on for Morgan Kinney, who's hitting .359 this year. 1 home run and 5 runs batted in. The first base runner of the game is Allegheny's Jayla Jones. And that will bring up Kinney, as we said, the right-hand hitting first baseman. The first pitch bunted foul up the first baseline. It's 0-1. Kinney does have 2 sacrifices this year, tied for second on the team. The count is 0-1. Shea, the third baseman, about 12, 13 feet down the line. Bunt put up the first baseline, and it will roll foul. The count now 0-2 on Kinney. Avery McGee, the Allegheny DP, waiting on deck. Runner first is Jones. 0-2, swing and a miss. So the pitch out of the zone. Throw down to first. Back is the runner, but Abigail Metters picks up her first strikeout of the afternoon. 1 down for the DP, Avery McGee, making her 6th start of the year. She's hitting .368, 7 for 19, home run and 6 runs batted in. Metters, first offering, off-speed pitch, in there for a strike on the outer third. 0-1 on McGee. Shea in front of the bag at third, a step or two. Likewise, Alexis Jackson at first. A lot of room up the middle. The 0-1 fouled straight back. And it's now 0-2. We are in the top of the second inning, and our inning display thing is showing first, but this is the second inning. 0-1, misses high. Let's see if we can get that ironed out here between innings. The scoreboard's saying first inning. It's saying first on here. Okay. The console says second. The display says first. 1-2 misses low. It's now 2-2. It is the second inning, contrary to what the display says. 2-2, misses a bit low, throw down to first, Jones back safely. So count goes to 3-2 now. See, everything was working too well. We'd had to have something not work right. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. And this one's skied to left. Montone going back, still going back. Wind knocks it down. Catch made out there for out number 2, and Jones retreats back to first. 2 down for Lauren Folino, the catcher. Folino hitting at .275 this year. No home runs and 5 runs batted in. See if Jones is on the move with 2 down. First pitch swinging. Popped on the infield. And now coming all the way into the edge of the infield is Noelle Anthony. She came a long way to make that catch and end the inning. For Allegheny, no runs, 1 hit, the leadoff single by Jones. No errors, and 1 left. It's the middle of the second at College Field. Grove City and Allegheny scoreless on the Wolverine Sports Network.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? When a tornado is tearing through town? Or a hurricane strikes? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. And it's not always as simple as using your cell phone. That's why now is the time to take action. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Four, 5, and 6 due for Grove City. Abigail Metters leading off the home half of the second. And the first pitch from Madison Hulse is in for a strike. It is 0-1, and I think we've got everything figured out now. We had to make a minor switch on the back end. I think we are okay. The score's been right. There's been no scoring so far. We know that. Madison Hulse getting ready to send the 0-1 into Metters. That's a carbon copy of the first one, 0-2 on the junior from Champion High School. Metters this year hitting .357, no home runs, a dozen runs batted in. To be followed by Cora Myers and Sydney Shea here in the bottom of the second. Hulse gets the sign. And the pitch misses away. It's 1-2 on Metters. Metters, righty batter, one of 8 in the Grove City order. Hulse deals, chopped foul at the plate. And it stays 1-2. Game 1 of 2 today. We started a few minutes early because of the weather forecast. As you look at the forecast now, about 7 o'clock, it's scheduled to start raining here. 1-2 on the way. Low, 2-2. If you're able to buy an extra 5 or 6 minutes, that's gives you a better chance of finishing things up, and hopefully the weather doesn't come in until later. It's coming, but not for a while. Metters, righty batter, middle of the box. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hulse deals. That one is high, 3-2. So Metters has battled back. After being down 0-2, the count now 3-2 on Metters. Hulse gets the sign. Payoff pitch. This one's lined past the shortstop, a base hit. It's going to be cut off in the gap out there by the center fielder Phillips, as Metters will be held to a long single, but a good job by Metters after being down 0-2 to battle back and get Grove City's first hit of the afternoon. That'll bring up Cora Myers, the DP. Myers, .333 average, 1 home run, and a team-leading 16 runs batted in. We're going to have a pinch runner at first as well, as Metters will be replaced by Zoe Bott. Bott, one of the Fleeter Wolverines, will run for Metters. And the way this one has the feel, again, it's just the second inning, but both pitchers seem to be on. 1 run could go a long way in determining this one. So Bott running over at first. And Cora Myers standing in. Myers, freshman from Central Mountain. Hulse's first pitch just misses away. So far, Hulse 11 strikes, 11 balls. Myers awaiting the 1-0. That's a strike. On the outer third, a ball and a strike. Third baseman Sharp creeping in. 1-1 fouled off the plate. That nearly got Myers. Almost swung at that in self-defense. Count now 1-2 on Cora Myers, who's an infielder by trade, but she has seen the bulk of her work this year in the DP spot, and boy, she has come through with the bat this year. Solo homer at Waynesburg in Game 1 back on Saturday. 1-2. Misses a little low. 2-2 now on Cora Myers, with Sydney Shea waiting on deck. First baseman Kinney, even with the bag. 2-2 from Hulse forthcoming. Here it comes. And strike at the bottom of the zone. Myers down on strikes. First strikeout for Hulse. One away for Sydney Shea. Shea hitting .385, no home runs, and 10 runs batted in today, or batted in this year. Bott over at first with one down now. Hulse's first pitch. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Full card of action in the PAC today. Couple of surprises, or at least one surprise early on. We'll get you that here after this pitch. 0-1 fouled back towards us. It's 0-2. So game one over at Hiram. Franciscans jumped on top of Hiram 3-0. They're in the second. Teal leading Bethany 3-1 in the first inning down in West Virginia. Waynesburg and Geneva, Westminster St. Vincent. 3:30 starts. Count is 0-2. Hulse's pitch. Popped behind the plate. Will it get out of play? It does. And it stays 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes on Sydney Shea. We could very well see Sydney behind the plate in game 2. Hulse's 0-2 misses away, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes on the Hollidaysburg product. Later tonight, W&J and Chatham will play a doubleheader at 6:30 under the lights down in Munhall. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Hulse living down at the bottom of the zone. Picks up back-to-back strikeouts. 2 away for Kristen Tesh. Tesh hitting .407 this year. No home runs, 7 runs batted in. Bott still over at first. I wonder if she might be on the move here with 2 down. First pitch to Tesh is a strike, 0-1. Again, Allegheny has not thrown out a base stealer all season. Bott can get into scoring position. Anything to the outfield probably scores her with 2 outs. (0-1) to Tesh. Strike the knees again. Madison Hulse. Just like hitting the repeat button or rewind and play. Living right there. Outside corner, bottom of the zone. The 0-2. Line foul on the first base side. Allegheny will have 8, 9, and 1 due in the top of the third. Seneca, Post, and Robinson. Metters led off with a single. Bott came on to run for her. She's still there with 2 down. The 1-2. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Tag applied by the catcher Folino. And 3 straight strikeouts for Hulse to end the inning. For Grove City, no runs, a hit, no errors. And 1 left. On to the third at College Field. Grove City and Allegheny scoreless on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Eight, 9, and 1 due for Allegheny in the top of the third inning. Rachel Seneca will lead off. We have no score here. Plenty of scoring down at Bethany. Bethany on top of Teal now 4-3. They're still in the first inning of game. Bethany head coach in her first season. Up. The Allegheny shortstop Rachel Seneca takes strike one from Abigail Metters. Each team with one hit so far. Seneca hitting .224 this year. Yo, one fouled straight back. It's now 0-2 on Seneca. Seneca from Harrisburg and Bishop McDevitt High School. 0-2. Misses a bit low. 1-2 now to Seneca, to be followed by Maisie Post. And then back to the top of the order for Abby Robinson. The 1-2. Foul first base side. Will it stay in play? It will not. Lands over by the Allegheny dugout on the first base side. Metters working in the middle of the rubber. 1-2. Fouled straight back again. And it stays 1-2. Both pitchers have filled up the strike zone today. Hulse 22 strikes, 13 balls. Metters 21 strikes, 9 balls. Each team with one hit. Each team led off the second inning, its respective half of the second with a single. This one chopped foul at the plate. It goes out towards third base, but it was off the front foot of Seneca. We'll shake that one out. Elicits a laugh from head coach Beth Curtis down on the third base box. She's in year number 14 at Allegheny. 1-2, misses low, and it's now 2-2. Metters gets the sign from Tesh. The 2-2 is punched foul up the third base line. Right now in the PAC, Westminster leading the way at 6-0, Grove City 4-1, then Bethany, Geneva, Hiram, and Waynesburg all 4-2, W&J's 3-3, St. Vincent 2-4, Teal 1-4, then Allegheny, Chatham, and Franciscan all at 1-5 right now. 22-game schedule. Play each of the teams once, 11 doubleheaders. More or less at the 1/3 mark. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Seneca chases one out of the zone, and Abigail Metters with her second strikeout of the afternoon, number 299 in her career. One away for Maisie Post. Post making her 7th start of the year. She's 3 of 19 at the plate, hitting .158. Post out of Northeast. First one is fouled off 0-1. The home of the Grape Pickers. Way up in extreme northeast Erie County, the northernmost municipality in Grove City, or in Pennsylvania, I should say. About an hour 45 from Grove City. 0-1 in there for a strike. Northeast High School in Grove City. High School played the season opener last fall in football season across the way at Thornton Field due to construction at Grove City High School. And then teams also played in the playoffs, and Northeast won that one as well, knocking out the Eagles. 0-2, and Maisie Post hits a fly ball out the center. Coming in to make the catch is Noelle Anthony, and 5 in a row retired by Abigail Metters. Back to the top, the order to Abby Robinson. Robinson grounded out to third baseman Sydney Shea to begin the game. Robinson, right-hand batter. Metter's first pitch, it's rolled left side to Shea. Up with it, throws over to first in time. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Abigail Metters. Zeros across for Allegheny. It's the middle of the third in game one. Grove City and Allegheny are scoreless here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy. We'll check your oil, check your fluids, and get you clean. Fast, friendly service for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Wiper blades or filters, check your tire pressure. Locally owned, nationally loved.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Fall. Leaves are changing. Why not get a jump start on the season and get the oil changed in your vehicle? We have your grade of Valvoline oil regardless of your gas or diesel engine. We stock most air filters and windshield wiper blades. So don't forget, we offer 2 automatic car washes along with 2 self-serve bays. Stop by to have your car run and look great. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
Sidney McBride swings at the first pitch. The bottom of the third hits a chopper right back to Hulse in the circle. Quickly, one away. That'll bring up Alexis Jackson, the Wolverine first baseman. Jackson now hitting .314 on the season. Been in a little bit of a funk as of late, though. Hulse's first pitch. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. As the sun trying to peek through here. The skies have certainly lightened up at College Field. 0-1 from Hulse. A number up the first base line, a swinging bunt. It looked like it may have hit Jackson in fair territory. Apparently it did not. She's safe. A swinging bunt for Alexis Jackson. And perhaps that'll spark her to, she was swinging such a hot bat, taking a couple of offers, but that time hits the number up the line, and the Wolverines have their second base runner. And back to the top of the order for Evelyn Montone. Montone grounded out to short, leading off the game for Grove City. Montone puts down the bunt. Grabbed by Hulse between the plate and home, throws the first, safe. Montone does not bunt very often. She runs very well, though, and is able to leg out the bunt single. Now first and second. 2 hits that went a combined probably 55 feet. That'll bring up Noelle Anthony. Anthony hit a comebacker to Hulse in the first. First and second, nobody out. A chance for the Wolverines here to break through as the sun breaks through. First pitch from Hulse. Misses inside for a ball. It's 1-0. But going back to the Jackson hit there, well, there's one away, by the way, first and second, one down. The one that Jackson hit, the Allegheny dugout did not protest it. Certainly looked like it came close to her heel, but maybe not as close as we first thought. The 1-0 from Hulse is a strike, 1-1 to Noelle Anthony. Anthony, we're going to break this scoreless tie. Hulse, the 1-1, fouled at the plate. And it's now 1-2. Jackson at second. She runs pretty well. Montone runs very well. She's at first. The 1-2. Roller on the right side. Only one play for the second baseman post. She will shovel it to first in time. The runners each move up 60 feet. Jackson to third. Montone to second. But now 2 down for Olivia Lancey. Lancey flew out to left in her first at bat. Lancey's been one of the top run producers for Grove City this year. Conference leading 9 doubles. Wolverines will take a single here. Anything to the outfield likely scores 2. First pitch from Hulse. Misses away for a ball. Wind picking up, blowing straight in today. You can probably hear it in our microphone. Not had a ball out of the infield. In fact, the ball was hit the furthest was the Anthony ground out to second. The 1-0. Skied down the left field line into foul territory, and it will land foul. Shortstop Seneca ran a long way but couldn't get there. And it's 1-1. Olivia Lancey, 5 wins and a save in the pitching circle as well this year. 2 away in the bottom of the third. Grove City looking to break the scoreless tie. Hulse gets the sign. The 1-1 misses away. 2-1 now on Olivia Lancey, with Abigail Metters waiting on deck. Hulse working with the freshman catcher Folino. The 2-1 misses high and away. Now 3-1. Hulse has 3 strikeouts today, has not walked a batter. Neither pitcher's issued a walk so far today, but Hulse in danger of doing so. Lancey looking to jump on a 3-1 pitch. And here it comes. Popped out in the short left center field. Who wants it? The shortstop Seneca will make the catch as the wind knocked that one down, and that will end the threat. Grove City, a couple of infield hits, a swinging bunt, and then a bunt single, but Wolverines leave 2. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 2 left, through 3. Grove City and Allegheny scoreless on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Samantha Phillips, Elena Sharp, Jayla Jones, 2, 3, and 4 in the Allegheny lineup due in the top of the 4th. Abigail Metters' first offering of the 4th. Nicks the outside corner. It's a strike. Phillips flew out to right in the top of the 1st. Kind of a sinking liner that handcuffed Sydney McBride, but she was able to make the catch waist high. No one. This one hit out there again. Almost a carbon copy. The liner and McBride, a little easier time with that one for out number 1. One down for Elena Sharp. She hit a comebacker to Metters to close out the 1st. Metters' first pitch is a bit high for a ball. 1-0 on Sharp. Sharp, a sophomore from Lewistown and Mifflin County High School. 1-0 misses, 2-0. Of course, Mifflin County, it's when Lewistown and Indian Valley went together, probably been about 15, 16 years at least now. 2-0, hit out the right center. Anthony on the run, still on the run, and will go back towards the fence and make the catch. Sharp gave it a ride, but Noah Anthony able to track it down in right center for the second out. 2 down for Jayla Jones. She has the only single today for the Gators. That came leading off the second. Very possible we could have an Avonworth versus Avonworth matchup in game 2. Jones batting against Olivia Lancey. Jones, who comes in as Allegheny's leading hitter on the season, .412 average coming in. That's gone up a little bit. She fouls the first one off on the right field side. It is 0-1. Metters 0-1. Swing and a miss. A pitch above the letters. It's now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Metters 1 strike away from getting the Wolverines back in the dugout. That pitch bounces in. It's 1-2 on Jones. Grove City in the fourth will have Metters, Myers, Shea, the middle third of the Grove City order. The 1-2. Popped on the right side of the infield. Olivia Lancey will come over and make the catch to end the inning. And for Abigail Metters, she is now retired 9 in a row. Zeros across for Allegheny. We're halfway home in game 1. Grove City and Allegheny in a scoreless duel on the Wolverines Sports Network.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Abigail Metters leading off the bottom of the fourth for Grove City. She takes ball 1 inside from Madison Hulse as we are scoreless in game 1 of today's doubleheader. Metters, 1 of 3 singles today for Grove City. Bouncer on the left side off the tip of the glove of the third baseman. Sharp throw over is going to be late high as well. Metters beats it out, the infield hit. So Abigail Metters is 2 for 2. Ticked off the glove of Sharp. The shortstop, Seneca, made a backhand grab, threw off her back foot. Made a pretty good effort. Throw was high. Metters able to beat it out. She had to fix her right shoe. She is on. Of course, the Wolverines ran for her back in the second, so if they do it again, she'd be done. It brings up Cora Myers, who struck out looking in the second. First pitch from Hulse is low for ball 1. Cora Myers, the freshman DP, batting for shortstop Abby Stauffer, who's in the flex position. The 1-0 from Hulse. Line down the right field line, it will slice foul. Allegheny defense, Felino doing the catching. Kinney at first, Post at second, Sharp at third, and Seneca at shortstop. Outfield left to right is Robinson, Phillips, and Jones. And Madison Hulse in the circle, and she has blanked Grove City so far. But the go-ahead run is on at first, and Abigail Metters. Count 1-1 on Cora Myers. The 1-1. That comes in and clips the left bicep of Myers, who shakes the arm as she trots down to first. That probably did not feel good. Fortunately, it's a warmer day, but Myers able to reach, and now 2 on and nobody out for Grove City. And that'll bring up Sydney Shea. She struck out looking in the first. Metters to second, Myers on at first. Wolverines threatening. They left 2 on last inning. That second, third with 2 down and did not score. First pitch to Shea is a strike at the knees, 0-1. Shea does not have a sacrifice this year. The Wolverines have 1 sacrifice bunt this year. It's courtesy of Kristen Tesh, who's on deck. 0-1 from Hulse. Strike on the outside corner, now 0-2 to Sydney Shea as Hulse looks to walk the tightrope here in the 4th. Oh and 2 to Shea. Hulse gets the sign. 0-2, a bit low. Hulse has been living there all afternoon. That one just a tick low, and it's now 1-2. A tough take for Shea, but she stays alive. It's now 1-2. Right-hand batter, open stance for Shea. Third baseman, Sharp, even with the bag a little bit off the line. The 1-2, it's a fister right back to the pitcher. Runners retreat to their bases. If that were a wooden bat, Sydney Shea would have kindling. Instead, she goes back to the dugout with now 1 away for Kristen Tesh, who struck out swinging to close out the second. The third and final strikeout of the day so far for Hulse. First pitch is a chopper. Backhand stab by Hulse, throws the third for 1, back to first, double play. No, safe. Very close over at first. Metters retired 1-5. Myers to second. Tesh reaches. Bang, bang play at first. Now 2 down for Sydney McBride, who hit a comebacker leading off the third. Hulse's first pitch, a little low. It's 1-0 on McBride. McBride, 4 hits up at Teal last week. Myers at second, Tesh at first. 1-0 foul on the first base side, evens the count at a ball and a strike. No score in game 1. We'll update you on the PAC scoreboard as time permits. 1-1, roller left side, and the shortstop Seneca will shovel to the third baseman for the force, and that will end the inning. So Grove City, a pair of singles to begin the inning, but the Wolverines cannot cash in. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. On to inning number 5. Grove City and Allegheny in a 0-0 tie on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Founded in 1955, the President's Athletic Conference is regarded as one of the elite NCAA Division III conferences in the nation. Comprised of 12 private institutions and 1 associate member, the PAC thrives in athletics and academics. Now sponsoring 24 varsity sports, the PAC remains unique in this day of high-pressure college athletics, with academics at the core of every program. With over 300 academic All-Americans and over 1,400 academic honor roll recipients with a 3.6 GPA or higher in the past year alone. Our student athletes excel in athletics as well as the classroom. Want to learn more? Visit us at pacathletics.org or follow us on social media.
Morgan Kinney to lead off for Allegheny, to be followed by Avery McGee and Lauren Folino, 5, 6, and 7 in the Gator order. Top of the 5th. Grove City and Allegheny scoreless. Kinney struck out in the second, one of 2 strikeouts by Allegheny batters today. Swings at the first pitch and hits a foul ball down the right field line over into the briar bushes. Abigail Metters. 1-0 is, or 0-1 is low. Now 1-1. Metters 299 career strikeouts. So with one more, she becomes the second Grove City pitcher to reach the 300 mark, and the school record's 302. The 1-1 misses high, now 2-1 on Morgan Kinney. Kinney, the junior from Brunswick, Ohio. Shea, the third baseman, even with the bag. 2-1 high, 3-1. Jackson likewise at first, even with the bag. Second baseman Lancey is covering the hole. There's a lot of room up the middle, especially on the second base side. Count 3-1. Metters deals, and that misses for ball 4. The first walk of the afternoon is a leadoff walk issued to Morgan Kinney. That'll bring up Avery McGee, who flew out to left back in the second. No score in the 5th. Those leadoff walks really loom large. Allegheny looking to take advantage. McGee, righty batter, shows bunt, puts the bunt down, and it spins back foul. It's 0-1 on McGee. McGee does not have a sacrifice this year. Hitting .350 on the season, 7 for 20. The 0-1 bunt is put down on the third base side. Shea throws over to Lancey covering it first. The sacrifice is completed, 5-4. Kinney goes to second. The go-ahead run now in scoring position with one down for Lauren Felino. She flew out to center. She flew out to right center. Nice running catch made by Noelle Anthony back in the second inning. But Kinney out at second, representing the go-ahead run in this scoreless tie. First one driven deep to left. This is hit well. Montone going back, still going back, makes the catch. If the wind is not blowing in, it might be 2-0. But Evelyn Montone able to go back and make the catch to retire Felino, who hit it well. Really the first ball today that we have seen affected by the wind, which has been blowing in. And that probably saved 2 runs. 2 down for Rachel Seneca. She struck out leading off the third. Kinney remains out at second. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1 on Rachel Seneca. Seneca, a right-hand batter, looking to get Kinney home. 2 down in the 5th. 0-1 misses away. It's now a ball and a strike on Rachel Seneca. Shea at third, even with the bag. Jackson likewise at first. The 1-1. Popped foul territory, first base side. Tesh comes over, gives it a look. It lands on the dugout roof. And it's now 1-2 on Seneca. We still owe you a look at the PAC scoreboard as well. The 1-2, high. Seneca checked her swing. They ask the field umpire, Shannon Hawk, and pretty easy call for him. Seneca held up. Now 2-2. Kinney at second. She walked, went to second on the sacrifice. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 today. Strikeout number 300 for Abigail Metters. And the leadoff walk does not come back to haunt the Wolverines. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. On to the bottom of the 5th. Grove City and Allegheny remain scoreless on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know. But when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think. Know. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think. Know by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Jackson leads off the bottom of the fifth, reached on a swinging bunt in the third, facing Madison Hulse. First pitch is inside for a ball, 1-0. That one chopped foul at the plate, 1-1 on Alexis Jackson. 9-1-2 due for Grove City in the bottom of the sixth, or bottom of the fifth, I should say. Hulse has allowed 4 singles. Really only one of them hit particularly hard. One misses high. It's now 2-1 on Jackson, junior from Coventry, Ohio, over in the Akron area. Hulse deals, fouled straight back. Good cut from Jackson. Now 2-2. Temperature in the low 70s today. Sun has been able to break through the last couple of innings. Very comfortable day. Count 2-2 on Jackson. Hulse getting ready to make pitch number 66 today. And the 2-2, swing and a miss. As Jackson off balance on that one. Madison Hulse with her 4th strikeout of the day. One down and back to the top. The order for Evelyn Montone. Grounded out to short in the first. Reached on a bunt single in the third. Hulse, first pitch to Montone. Misses low for a ball, 1-0 on the junior from Allentown. Montone, number 3 all-time at Grove City, .398 career batting average. That 1 for 2, she might have even bumped it up a percentage point or so. 1-0, strike at the knees, now 1-1 on Montone. Montone also 120 hits in her career, number 8 all-time at Grove City. One misses away, now 2-1. Hulse deals high, and it's now 3-1. Hulse's next one, this one's poked out to right. It will get down for a base hit. Cut off over there nicely by the right fielder Jones, but Evelyn Montone goes the other way for her 2nd hit of the afternoon. The Wolverines have the go-ahead run on with 1 down for Noelle Anthony. Anthony is grounded out twice, hit a comebacker to Hulse in the first, grounded out to second in the third inning. We'll see if Montone's on the move here. Leads the team in steals with 8. Anthony puts down the bunt. It will trickle foul on the third base side. Needed about one less revolution there. The foul will make the count 0-1. Grove City, no runs, 5 hits today. Allegheny, no runs, 1 hit. We've had no errors. Grove City's stranded 5. Allegheny's left on 2. We're in the bottom of the 5th in game 1. Corner infielders in, expecting the bunt again from Anthony. The 0-1 is popped up on the infield. And behind the second base bag, the catch will be made by the shortstop, Rachel Seneca. Anthony set down for out number 2. And it'll bring up Olivia Lancey, who's 0 for 2 this afternoon. Lancey, lefty batter, flew out to left in the first, popped out to short in the third. Montone still at first, but now 2 down. Lancey lines the first one foul on the third base side. Montone 8 for 9 in stolen bases this year. Again, Allegheny opponents are 44 of 44 against the Gators in stolen bases. Lancey awaiting the 0-1. Swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch. Now 0-2 as Hulse pulled the string on that one. She is 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings. Lancey up on the plate. Her toes are on the inside chalk line. 0-2. High, there goes Montone. Throw down. Montone slides in safely, and stolen base has a runner in scoring position now. Stolen base number 9 this year for Montone. That leads the team. Now Lancey just hoping to get one through the infield. Anything to the outfield probably scores Montone. Hulse's 1-2 forthcoming. Punched foul over the Grove City dugout on the third base side. And it stays 1-2. Allegheny in the 6th will have Post, Robinson, Phillips, 9-1-2 due. Another 1-2 from Hulse. Swing and a miss. Pumped that one past her. Strikeout number 5 for Madison Hulse. And the Wolverines leave a runner in scoring position. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. Through 5, Grove City and Allegheny remain scoreless on the Wolverines Sports Network.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive. Like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Maisie Post leads off the top of the 6th, swings the first pitch. It's a 3-hopper to short. Abby Stauffer guns it over to Alexis Jackson. 1 pitch and 1 out in inning number 6. We remain scoreless in game 1 of our doubleheader. And to the top of the order for Abby Robinson, she is twice grounded out to third baseman Sydney Shea. Time requested, and or apparently she had the sliding mitt in her right back pocket, and umpire James Hoby says, ditch that for now. First pitch to Robinson, misses away for a ball, 1-0. Updates around the PAC. This is one of 5 doubleheaders ongoing. W&J and Chatham play later tonight at 6:30. 1-0, misses away, 2-0. Bethany leading Teal 5-3 in the 4th. Franciscan a 5-3 lead at Hiram in the 5th. Waynesburg University on top of Geneva 3-2 in the 3rd. 2-0, pop foul behind home plate. Back to the parking area, 2-1. In the 3rd, Westminster leading St. Vincent 4-0. And we are scoreless in the top of the 6th. A full slate of action in the PAC today. 2-1 for Metters. Another foul straight back, and the count is even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Abby Robinson. Two and 2. Metters gets the sign from Tesh. Here it comes. That one high into your living room. It's now 3 and 2. Metters today, 3 strikeouts and a walk. The only hit was Jayla Jones' single leading off the 2nd. Payoff pitch, fouled straight back. And it remains 3 and 2. Sydney Shea, the third baseman, even with the bag. Jackson a step behind the bag over at first. Abby Robinson, the freshman from Mars, in the leadoff spot. Skied on the right side of the infield, drifts into foul territory, and Alexis Jackson will make the catch for out number 2. 2 down for Samantha Phillips. She is twice lined out to right. 2 away in inning number 6. Phillips standing in against Abigail Metters. Metters' first pitch. This one's driven out to center. She tries somebody else, but Noelle Anthony is right there to flag it down, and it's a loud third out from Phillips. Zeros across for Allegheny. It's the middle of the 6th. Grove City and Allegheny. No score on the Wolverine Sports Network.
You can't escape a traffic jam. Know what else you can't escape? Seasonal allergies. And you might think you can avoid that coffee stain until... Oh, really? You can't escape a lot of things in life, but you can escape prediabetes. Prediabetes captures 1 in 3 adults. There are usually no signs of prediabetes. In fact, most people don't even know they have it. But with early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action by taking the 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. You might not be able to escape having this song stuck in your head, but you can escape prediabetes. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Abigail Metters will lead off the top or the bottom of the 6th. Ball and a strike. Hulse gets the sign from Foligno. 1-1 misses in. 2-1 on Metters. Metters to be followed by Myers and Sidney Shea. Grove City, with the exception of Zoe Bott, who ran for Metters in the second, has its otherwise a full complement of bench players available for pinch hitting or pinch running. Allegheny likewise. 2-1, strike at the bottom of the zone. Metters not in agreement, but it's 2-2. First baseman Kinney in front of the bag, a step or two. 2-2 misses away, now 3-2. Sharp at third is off the line even with the bag. Outfield shading Metters perhaps a step or two towards right, especially the center fielder Phillips. Payoff pitch coming from Hulse. Here it comes. Misses inside, ball four. Leadoff walk to Metters. She's on base for the third time today. That'll bring up Cora Myers, who struck out looking in the second, hit by a pitch in the fourth. Wolverines, of course, pinch ran for Metters in the second inning, and she used her re-entry, so if they would run for her again, she would be done. The way she's pitching, that's not a viable option. First offering to Myers is a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Off-speed pitch fouled off by Cora Myers, 0-2. Back towards the parking area. We talked about Metters having home run power. Myers also does. In fact, she has the only home run this year for the Wolverines. That was in the top of the seventh in game one down at Waynesburg University last Saturday. She's behind in the count, 0-2, however. Hulse deals. High, pops away from the catcher, but no advance from Metters. Not sure if she maybe just didn't get a good look at where that one went. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Myers down on strikes for the second time today. And that's the sixth strikeout of the afternoon for Madison Hulse. One away for Sidney Shea. Shea struck out looking in the second and hit a flare back to Hulse in the fourth. So she is 0 for 2 this afternoon. Metters over at first. First pitch to Shea. Misses away. It's 1-0 on Shea. Shea to be followed by Kristen Tesh. .10 fouled straight back. Certainly a lot of thump in this part of the Wolverine order, but compared to the top of the order with Montone and Anthony, not as fleet of foot. Metters over at first after the leadoff walk. One down, the count, a ball and a strike on Sidney Shea. Hulse deals. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike, 1-2. Hulse limited Grove City to 5 singles today. Metters over at first. The 1-2. Foul behind the plate, out of play. And it stays 1-2. Some of the Grove City patrons behind home plate, some football guys showing why they wear ineligible numbers, unable to come up with the catch. And it's now 1-2. Hulse sends in the 1-2, off-speed pitch, and that just missed. Now 2-2. Shea out of Hollidaysburg. Open stance for the righty batter at the front of the box. Outfield pretty much straight away, normal depth. The 2-2. Fouled straight back. Good hack from Shea. And it stays 2-2. In the 7th, Allegheny will have 3, 4, and 5 do Sharp, Jones, and Kinney, the heart of the order. Hulse trying to keep this one scoreless. 2-2 driven out the right and getting twisted around and not able to track it down is Jones, the right fielder. Metters had to hold up. It's a long single for Sydney Shea. She battled. Jones ended up being twisted around and it would land in there for a single. Metters to second. Shea on with one down for Kristen Tesh. Tesh struck out swinging in the second, hit into a force play in the 4th. Go-ahead run now in scoring position for the Wolverines. Tesh awaiting the first pitch from Hulse. And it's fouled straight back. Tesh, of course, talk about some clutch hits last year up at Pitt Bradford. Game-tying home run on the top of the 7th. Wolverines went on to win that one. And then, of course, in the PAC tournament, the elimination game against Geneva, game-winning double to send Geneva packing and send the Wolverines to the championship round. 0-1, Squibber up the first baseline. Hulse off the rubber, guns at the first. Tesh is retired 1-3. The runners move up 60 feet. But now there are 2 down for Sydney McBride. Or we're going to have a pinch hitter, it looks like. As Kristen Kramer has the lineup card out, talking with James Hoby. It looks like it's going to be Aaron Timms to pinch hit. And it will be Aaron Timms, the freshman from New York State, to pinch hit. Timms this year is 4 of 10. He's knocked in a couple of runs. So Timms will bat with the go-ahead run 60 feet away. Hulse's first pitch to Timms is a strike. And the count is 0-1. Wolverines second and third, 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. They left runners at second and third, back in the 3rd as well. 0-1 coming to the pinch hitter, Timms. That one misses high, 1-1. Hulse getting ready to make pitch number 100. Hulse's pitch. That one just missed. It's now 2-1. Metters walked. She's over at third. Shea singled. She's the trail runner at second. Timms pinch hitting for McBride in the 8th spot of the order. Hulse the 2-1. High, 3-1. Another pinch hitter, Zoe Lidner, is on deck for the Wolverines to bat for Alexis Jackson. So head coach Kristen Kramer playing some of her cards here in the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 coming from Hulse to Aaron Timms. Chop out the plate, the count goes to 3-2. Pitch from Hulse on the way to Timms. Right side, second baseman, and that will end the inning. Wolverines threaten but do not score as Hulse works out of the jam. For Grove City, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. Through 6 at College Field, Grove City and Allegheny locked in a scoreless tie.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Sharp leadoff for Allegheny at the top of the 7th. Abigail Metters' first pitch is low for a ball. Metters 47 strikes, 23 balls today. Sharp grounded out back to Metters in the first. Flew out to center in the fourth. 1-0. Pop foul over the Allegheny dugout on the first base side. And the count is 1-1 here in the top of the 7th. Sydney McBride re-entered for Grove City. She's back in right field. The 1-1 high, 2-1 to Sharp. Jayla Jones, Morgan Kinney to follow. Allegheny only one hit, courtesy of Jones back in the second inning. The count 2-1. Wind gusting, blowing straight in. 2-1 bouncer left side, scooped up by Sydney Shea. Throws over to first in time for out number 1. 1 down for Jones. As we said, she had that single back in the second inning, popped out to second in the fourth. She is 1 for 2 this afternoon. In the home half of the 7th, Grove City will have 9-1 and 2 due. First pitch to Jones, and this one smacked up the middle, a base hit. So the tying run, or the go-ahead run, I should say, is on for Allegheny in the form of Jayla Jones. And that will bring up Morgan Kinney, who is 0 for 1 with a walk today. Struck out in the second, walked in the 5th. Jones has not attempted a steal this year. First pitch sent in by Abigail Metters is a strike to Kinney, 0-1. Kinney, the right-hand hitting first baseman. 0-1. Skied to center. Anthony going back, still going back, and she will make the catch for out number 2. Gave it a ride, but ran out of steam. 2 down for Avery McGee. 0 for 1 officially. Flew out to left in the second. Had a sacrifice in the 5th. First pitch is a one-hopper to the shortstop Stauffer. Throws over to first in time. McGee retired, and it's 7 shutout innings for Abigail Metters. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Can the Wolverines get Metters win number 7? Wolverines need a run. We're scoreless. It's stretch time as well. Back with the bottom of the 7th on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Zoe Linder will pinch hit to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Pinch hitting for Alexis Jackson in the number 9 spot of the order. Madison Hulse's first pitch misses away for a ball. Lindner, then Montone and Anthony, 9, 1, and 2 in the Grove City order. Lindner this year hitting .278, 5 of 18. Has a couple of triples. She's knocked in 7 runs. The 1-0. Misses inside, now 2-0 on Lindner, the freshman infielder from Blackhawk. She's been a part-time starter in the middle infield this year. Didn't start today, but she has a chance to end it. 2-0 on the outside corner. It's a strike now, 2-1 on the pinch hitter for the Wolverines, Zoe Lindner. Lindner, good speed if she can get on. Two-one misses away, now 3-1. Hulse has struck out 6 and walked 1 today, but she's behind the leadoff batter, Lindner, 3-1. Wind picking up, blowing straight in. Outfield shallow. 3-1 misses, and the Wolverines have the winning run on with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. And back to the top of the order for Evelyn Montone. Montone, 2 for 3 today. Along with a stolen base, she had a bunt single back in the 3rd. We'll see if the bunt is on here. But Lindner on it first, runs well. First one is fouled off the plate, a half swing and a foul ball by Montone. It's 0-1, and no indication of a bunt there. Fourth time in 7 innings that the Wolverines have had the leadoff runner reach. We have no score in the bottom of the 7th. Count is 0-1 on Evelyn Montone. Winning run, Zoe Lindner over at first. Madison Hulse deals. 0-1 misses low. Count now a ball and a strike on Montone. This is just game 1 of 2. We'll have the nightcap coming up later today as well. Roughly 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Montone hits one left side. It is picked by the shortstop Seneca. Throwback to first, and safe with a head first dive is Lindner on a close play. Nice job by Seneca over at short to flag down that one, and that's out number 1. So 1 away for Noelle Anthony. Anthony 0 for 3 today. A couple of ground outs, then a pop out to short in the 5th. Anthony puts down the bunt. Coming off the rubber, Hulse grabs it, throws over to the second baseman. Post flags down that high throw. Lindner takes second on the sacrifice. It goes 1-4. Now the winning run is in scoring position for Olivia Lancey. Lancey flew out to left in the 1st, popped out to short in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. Lindner, the winning run, out at 2nd. First pitch from Hulse misses high for a ball. 1-0 on Olivia Lancey. Metters waiting on deck. First base is open. But Metters has 2 hits today and a walk. 1-0 misses away, 2-0. Hulse has worked out of a couple of jams today. The Wolverines have left on 8 runners, 7 in the last 4 innings. Can she pull another escape act here in the bottom of the 7th and send us to extras? Count 2-0 to Lancey. Lefty batter, upright stance. 2-0 misses away, 3-0. Perhaps the unintentional intentional walk. The walk would set up a force as well. Lindner out at second. 3-0 swinging away. Lancey fouls that one off. Outfield has come in a couple of steps. Anything to the outfield, there'll be a play at the plate. The 3-1 misses high, ball 4. So now 2 runners on for Metters. Metters singled in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, walked in the 6th. Abigail Metters, 7 shutout innings in the circle today, has a chance to single-handedly get herself and the Wolverines the win. Hulse gets the sign. First one to Metters. Strike at the knees, it's 0-1. If we have an 8th inning, it'll be the bottom third of the Allegheny order due. Foligno, Seneca, and Post. Lindner at second. The trail runner is Lancey at first. She runs well. That is not insignificant in this case either. 0-1, the roller back to the circle. Grabbed by Hulse, guns it over to first, and that ends the inning. Grove City gets a couple of runners on, but leaves them. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. The Wolverines have left on 10 through 7 innings. We go to the 8th. Grove City and Allegheny scoreless on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control.
Yikes!
So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Lauren Foligno will lead off the top of the 8th inning. And she takes strike 1 from Abigail Metters. Metters was just her 78th pitch of the afternoon. Foligno flew out to center, and the 2nd flew out to deep left in the 5th. 0-1. This one's lined to right center, a base hit. So Foligno, the 3rd hit of the afternoon, and Allegheny has the go-ahead run on with nobody out in the 8th. And that'll bring up Rachel Seneca, who was struck out twice today. And we'll have a pinch runner over at first base, for the catcher, Foligno. Coming on to run will be Madeline Myers to run, representing the go-ahead run here in the 8th inning. Myers will run with nobody out in the 8th. No score in game 1 of our doubleheader. Bunt put up the first base line, and it will trickle foul. It's 0-1 on Seneca, who struck out in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. Seneca does not have a sacrifice bunt this year. righty batter facing Abigail Metters. The bunt fouled off at the plate. It's now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Seneca. In the number 8 spot of the order, Maisie Post is on deck. Runner at first is Myers, running for Folino, who led off with a single. Metters, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Seneca chased one out of the zone. A big strikeout here in the 8th. Third time Seneca's gone down on strikes. She has the collar. One down for Macy Post. Post flew out to center in the 3rd, grounded out to short in the 6th. Shea creeping in from 3rd. The bunt pushed back towards the rubber. Metters with it, throws over to Lancey covering first base. The sacrifice goes 1-4. Myers moves up 60 feet. She is at second base with 2 down and back to the top of the order to Abby Robinson. Robinson grounded out twice to Shea and then fouled out to first baseman Alexis Jackson. No score, top of the 8th, but the go-ahead run for Allegheny is in scoring position. Metters' first pitch in the dirt. Nice scoop made by catcher Kristen Tesh. And it's 1-0 on Robinson. Grove City in the bottom of the 8th will have Myers, Shea, and Tesh. 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Bounce through the left side. It's going to sneak through for a base hit. Montone up with it. The throw home, and sliding in safely is Myers. Throw down to second, and safe there as well is going to be Abby Robinson. The single through the left side gives Allegheny a 1-0 lead. Robinson taking second on the throw. Myers got a good jump. Montone made a good throw home, but Myers scoring with a head-first dive, and Allegheny has broken through. It is 1-0 here in the 8th inning. And now a big insurance run is in scoring position as well for Samantha Phillips. Phillips has hit the ball hard 3 times today. 2 lineouts to right and then a lineout to center in her last at-bat. But Allegheny has the lead 1-0 in the 8th inning and looking for more. Phillips, right-hand batter, facing Metters. Robinson, very good speed out at second. Ball pops out of the mitt of Tesh, and taking 60 feet on the passed ball will be Abby Robinson. The count is 1-0. Now, another one of those, and it's 2-0. 1-0, misses inside, 2-0 on Samantha Phillips. Allegheny has pulled ahead 1-0 in the top of the 8th. 2-0 is a strike at the belt, 2-1 now. On Phillips. Phillips, the senior from Mount Lebanon. 2-1, line to center. Anthony broke in, now goes back and makes the catch. Samantha Phillips has hit the ball hard 4 times today, and she has an 0 for 4 to show for it. But Allegheny has the lead. Gators on the 2-out single by Robinson, scoring the pinch runner Myers. Gators get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 left. Wolverines look to answer. It's 1-0 Allegheny. The bottom of the 8th comes up next on the Wolverines Sports Network.
You can't escape a traffic jam. Know what else you can't escape? Seasonal allergies. And you might think you can avoid that coffee stain until... Oh, really? You can't escape a lot of things in life, but you can escape prediabetes. Prediabetes captures 1 in 3 adults. There are usually no signs of prediabetes. In fact, most people don't even know they have it. But with early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action by taking the 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. You might not be able to escape having this song stuck in your head, but you can escape prediabetes. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
From Myers standing in for Grove City, leading off the 8th. Count 1-1 on Myers. Allegheny with a 1-0 lead. Gators scoring in the top of the 8th. Felina re-enters the game and is in the 7th spot catching for Allegheny. 1-1 misses inside. 2-1 to Cora Myers. Myers 0 for 2, hit by a pitch as well. She has a couple of strikeouts. Allegheny looking to get its second league win of the year. This one slashed foul up the right field line. Now 2-2 on Myers. Allegheny scoring in the top of the 8th. The 2-out single from Abby Robinson scoring Madeline Myers. Grove City looks to answer. Wolverines have had chances today, but have left 10 runners on. Hulse the 2-2. Driven out to center. Phillips going back, still going back, and she'll make the catch for out number 1. Myers retired, leading off the 8th. It'll bring up Sydney Shea. 1 for 3 today. Singled in her last at bat in the 6th. Shea, right-hand hitting third baseman. Shea takes the first one in for a strike. 0-1 on Shea. In terms of the Grove City bench, the Wolverines have used Zoe Lindner, Erin Timms, and Zoe Bott off the bench. I think in terms of pinch hitters or pinch runners. 0-1 popped on the infield. Right there is Sharp, the third baseman. And Allegheny 1 out away. It'll be up to Kristen Tesh to keep it going for Grove City. Tesh 0 for 3 today, struck out in the 2nd. Hit into a force play in the 4th. Hit a comebacker to Hulse in the 6th. The Wolverines are down to their last out. Tesh, right-hand batting catcher, open stance. Hulse's first pitch. It's a strike down the middle, 0-1 on Kristen Tesh. Outfield straight away, normal depth. The 0-1 from Hulse. Misses low, 1-1 on Tesh. Tesh out of Clinton Township, Michigan, Chippewa Valley High School. One of the 2 seniors on the Wolverine roster, her and Noelle Anthony. One on the way, high, 2-1. Sydney McBride swinging the bat in the on-deck circle, hoping for an opportunity. Tesh ahead in the count, 2-1. Hulse getting ready to make her 130th pitch of the afternoon. 2-1, this one's lined to right, and it is over the head of the right fielder, Jones. Tesh on her way to second. She's in with a stand-up double, and the Wolverines have the tying run in scoring position with 2 away in the 8th. Kristen Tesh coming up with another big hit. Talked about it in her last at-bat, what she did last year against Geneva in the PAC tournament. There will be a runner for Tesh, and it looks like it's going to be Elena Tilka coming out of the dugout to run for her. So Tilka will run for Tesh, carrying the mail with the tying run. Sydney McBride 0 for 2 today, will bat. Wolverines have had chances all afternoon. Can they get a big hit with runners in scoring position? First pitch to McBride. Popped up on the infield. Hull says she has it. She does, and Allegheny has a win, a 1-0 win in 8 innings. For the Gators, or for Grove City, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Allegheny wins this one 1-0 in 8 innings. We will come back with the recap on the Wolverines Sports Network.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
Oh, that's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at GoRedForWomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control of my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Back here one final time for Game 1 at College Field, and it is Allegheny pulling out a 1-0 win in 8 innings. For Allegheny, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. The Gators left on 4. Grove City, no runs, 7 hits, 11 batter. Today, the winning pitcher is Madison Hulse. She is 5-3. Abigail Metters, she is 6-2. Time of the game, 1 hour and 48 minutes. Allegheny breaking through in the 8th. Lauren Felino, leadoff single. Madeline Myers ran for her after Rachel Seneca struck out. Maisie Post a sacrifice. Myers at second, 2 down, and Abby Robinson a single. And that allowed Myers to score in the bottom of the inning. Kristen Tesh, a 2-out double, but the Wolverines could not get her home as Grove City left on 11 runners today, and it was 10 runners over the last 6 innings. And looking at it, Grove City stranded 7 runners in scoring position in Game 1. Allegheny gets the victory. For Allegheny, Jayla Jones, 2 of 3. Evelyn Montone and Abigail Metters each had 2 hits for Grove City. Tesh's double, the only extra base hit in this one. So Allegheny takes the opener 1-0. We'll come back with game 2. We did not get an official start time, probably in the neighborhood of about 5:10 or so. Right now it's 4:45, and we'll be back a little bit after 5 o'clock for game 2 here at College Field. Again, Allegheny takes the opener 1-0. We'll be back with game 2 in about 20 minutes or so here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Thank you for tuning into the Wolverine Sports Network. We'll talk to you next time on the home of the Wolverines.